Guys, we're starting off the video a little bit differently this week, and that's because many of you are watching our videos and commenting how they're helping you and how you're using this channel as a resource. And that is the biggest compliment ever. So thank you so much for that. And because of your feedback, we're going to continue to do these grassroots, authentic, transparent videos about what it's actually like to live in New Braunfels. So in that spirit, we're going to take it up one notch today. I'm going to introduce you to several families that made the decision to move to New Braunfels, and we're going to ask them the tough questions like, do you have any regrets moving to New Braunfels? And we're doing this to give you guys the most personal insight that you may need in making arguably your biggest decision of your life, whether or not to move to New Braunfels. If you guys are new here to my channel, thank you so much for hopping aboard, because every week we're putting out relevant content just like this about what it's like to live in New Braunfels. You're on the fence, you're undecided. Should I move to New Braunfels or should I not move to New Braunfels? Today, you're gonna get real insight from real people that made the decision too, and we're gonna ask them three questions. Why choose New Braunfels? Why did you move to New Braunfels? What's the transition been like for you? And do you have any regrets moving to New Braunfels, and do you plan on staying here the rest of your life? So let's kick it off with that first question. Why did you move to New Braunfels?
We chose New Braunfels based upon its proximity to both airports, halfway in the U.S., the references that we had, and once we visited the area, we knew this is a place to go. It's because of the people. That's what really sold us when we came here to look at properties and houses.
There's so much to do. There's been a lot of great restaurant choices. It seems like it's an endless list of places to go. And the rivers are so pretty and clean, and that's different from where we come from.
Gina and Ken, who you just heard from, moved to New Braunfels from California, like so many others, but we're also seeing a large influx of families from up the road in the Austin area.
We took a little trip down here before, it was October before we started looking, so a couple months before, and we just loved the downtown area. We loved the vibe, the people.
How did this differ from where you were coming from?
From where we were coming from, people there are a lot more hectic, I would say. Like everything is rush. It's a little more laid back here for the most part.
Affordability is also a big reason why families move to New Braunfels.
In Austin, up there, where we were living, a house this size that we were living in would have sold for close to $600,000. And we picked ours up for $375,000.
So price was and still is a catalyst for families moving to New Braunfels, and so is politics.
That's one of the reasons why we moved to Texas, it was more in line with what we want to do as far as culture goes, even politics.
The people and yep.
People friendly.
It's wonderful.
So politics, affordability, and family are all big reasons why people move to New Braunfels. And family's a big one, especially when the kids and the grandkids move here first. Grandparents aren't too far behind.
The reason I came here, I just follow my son and family. They picked this city, and so I just want to be close to them. But I'm glad they did, because I really like it here.
And there's a lot to like about New Braunfels. You know what's interesting though? New Braunfels is not a household name like Austin or San Antonio. Many people who move here stumble upon New Braunfels.
Originally, I started looking in San Antonio and Austin, and I saw New Braunfels, this town, sitting in between the two, and I thought, wow, let's check this out.
It happens, discovering New Braunfels by chance rather than by choice, then making a decision to move to New Braunfels, and that's exciting. That's the honeymoon stage. And then comes the moving stage, the transition stage. You're going from a place you've known practically your entire life to a brand new city, to a city you may have never heard of before.
I feel almost like I'm at home. I'm home, but just in a different state. I mean, I miss my family. I do. My kids, my parents, because they're in Illinois. But
Has that been the hardest part about the transition to move?
Exactly. I
It
mean,
has
if
been.
if I could bring my family here, it'd be perfect.
What are some of the challenges, like when you first moved here, like the transition, getting to know the area? What were some of the things that were kind of difficult?
Driving to come here to learn new road, new places, to go from one place to the other. I kind of a little bit hesitate to do that, but then it did not take me long to learn to do that.
The weather is great most of the year, except
Except when it's not.
except for the summer, and particularly this last summer was really hard on us. We never really thought about it before because we never had to deal with that extreme heat for a long period of time.
For us, it's been very easy. Climate-wise, it's about the same. You know, hot in the summer, very nice in the spring, very nice in the fall. Pretty nice this year in the winter. As far as traffic, there's less traffic here right now than there was where we're at.
What are some of the challenges of moving to an entirely different city like New Braunfels? What's that been like?
That's been a challenge. The first month being here was very difficult. It was the holidays. So when I would go around town, I would see multi-generational families out together. That was hard. So the way I fixed that is I booked a trip back home in December and I saw my family, and that kind of helped cure the homesickness. And I've been good since then, and I'm planning my next trip.
My biggest challenge, not having enough time to do things around here. That's what has been the biggest challenge.
Right.
After 27 years living in the same place, it was a little tough.
Yeah.
And leading friends. Those friendships that we established there were great based upon the time and work and church. Now that we're here, it will take a little bit of work to establish new friendships, but church, relaxation, hobbies, it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, family can tug at the heartstrings. This is one of the main transition challenges for many families moving to New Braunfels, leaving friends and family behind. So here is the million-dollar question. Can anyone moving from another area to New Braunfels make a lifetime commitment to living in New Braunfels? And do they have any regrets? Here's what we found out. Do you guys plan on being here a very long time? Or
Yes, this is our last house. There's no question about that.
no regrets?
No. I don't have any regrets. Our decision to move here was based on a number of very strong principles, and all of them have been true. They've, moving to the middle part of the U.S., being surrounded by people with the same principles, a lower tax rate, an easier way of living, a lower cost of living. It's pretty nice out here. I really like it a lot.
Do you see yourself staying here in New Braunfels a long time? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think we'll definitely always have a house here.
Yeah. Well, as far as moving back, I'm not moving back.
Yeah.
So it's either here or somewhere else in the U.S., but it's not moving back.
Okay. Do you see yourself being in New Braunfels for a long time?
Yeah, I have no plans of going anywhere. Love it here. Hopefully going to stay in this house for 15 to 20 years and get the kids out and downsize and lock the doors.
So no regrets then?
None at all. None at all. It's a great house, great neighborhood, great schools.
Do you plan on staying in New Braunfels the rest of your life?
We thought we were, actually. That was our full intention. This last summer was a real challenge in terms of the weather, the humidity, and the heat primarily.
Because of that, we're considering going somewhere else because it's really difficult for us in the summer.
Can you see yourself being here? You're going to be 70. Can you see yourself being here the rest of your life?
Yes, I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. This is it. This is my final home here. So the rest of my life, I will stay in this home.
Do you guys plan on spending the rest of your life here in this area?
I would say in the area, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've thought about it. It's just something, it's like, well, do I want to stay here? Right now, yeah. I do. I'm very comfortable here.
What makes you comfortable? That you would say, you know what, I'm committed the rest of my life to this area.
Just that I fell into place right away. You know, besides missing my family, everything else just fell into place.
Sounds like we have some New Braunfels lifers. What about you guys? If you moved to New Braunfels, what's it been like for you so far? And if you're thinking about moving to New Braunfels, does today's video help you? Does it give you enough insight to make a decision? Let me know in the comment section below. And if today's video did help clinch your decision to move to New Braunfels, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.